today so you guys can be really excited. You know him because all he does is win, win, win. DJ, help me out. He'll be on the show to talk about his Miami Heat as well as Flow Rider. We also have Jared Dudley. He plays for the Clippers, small forward. He'll be here on the show today. We have a lot to talk about, so let's get right to it, shall we?
Yes, we should.
Hold on.
You want to say something?
Yes, I do.
Address the crowd, sir.
Do you realize
Just a second.
today I am the easiest target in all sports?
Boy. Oh, boy.
Right? And, hey, I must say, for those in our viewing audience, it is steaming hot out here. So listen, I'm just glad. Time out.
Hold on.
I'm just glad LeBron's not on the show today because I don't think he could finish this show. I don't think he could.
One question. Do I get y'all vote as mayor of South Beach? That's all I want to know. That's all I want to know.
You know what's funny about that?
Go ahead.
When we're in San Antonio, I don't need to ask for votes. I just have the votes.
You do have the crowd. Yeah.
Stephen A. has to campaign for mayor of South Beach.
Because
You have to ask them to vote for you.
Because I care about the people. I don't take their affection for granted. I care about the people.
Is that why I got detained at the airport?
That is why.
They
were mad
said
at
it was
you.
on orders from the mayor's office.
You know what? What's so funny about this crowd is I love that Skip is already trolling you guys. You guys are already with it. He
Let's
likes
get it
that.
on.
You know that? So y'all ready? Are you ready? Let's talk about game 3 tonight. The series is tied up 1-1. And Skip and Stephen A. have already made their picks. Skip says that he's going with the Spurs in 6. Stephen A. says Miami in 7. You both, however, agree that after games 3 and 4, the Spurs could possibly win one game here in Miami. So let's talk about game 3 tonight. Who wins?
Well, tonight, for game 3, it's the Heat. They will win tonight. Because what you don't want is to put yourself in a situation where you're in a 2-1 hole having to win a game 4 on your home floor. I'm going to say what I said just yesterday. With the exception of the fourth quarter of game 1, when San Antonio hit 14 of 16 shots, all 6 of his three-pointers, LeBron James was out for the last half as far as I'm concerned with the cramps. The Miami Heat have looked like the better basketball team. They've looked faster. They've looked more athletic. And then in the aftermath of game 2, you had Greg Popovich on record saying, look, they've got an individual that they can go to and say, take us to the promised land. I'm paraphrasing, but that's essentially what he said. Whereas we are a team, the ball can't get stuck. We have to move the basketball. We have to depend on one another. That's not to say that Miami doesn't have to do that. Chris Bosh has shown up in this series. He's averaging 18 and 6. Dwayne Wade has made pivotal shots. Ray Allen has played well, okay? But in the end, LeBron James is averaging 30 and 8 on almost 59, 60% shooting. And the reality is simple. When all else fails, the Spurs are an elite team. There is no doubt about that. But they have one problem. They don't have King James. And that is that. The Miami Heat will win tonight's game, and they will win it by about 15.
So Stephen A. Smith, could you please remind these people of what your overall prediction is for this series?
Miami Heat in 7.
In 7. So, wait a minute. They have King James on their side. They have momentum on their side. They have Spurs reeling on their side. And yet you still say that the Spurs are going to climb right back into this series and get a Game 7 at home?
Well, I'm sorry.
How is that?
I'm sorry. Let's not try to be slick and get the crowd.
You.
They're not going to side with you. You have no hope of that. Get over that. Here's the reality.
I'm going to win this crowd over before it's over.
It won't happen. In the end, what it comes down to is that it'll be tough because the San Antonio Spurs are an elite team. But you don't need to win all 7 games. All you need is 4. And at the end of the day, the Heat will have 4 victories before the San Antonio Spurs will.
Okay? I want to be very clear before I make my prediction for tonight's game 3 about what my overall prediction remains. The Spurs will win this series in 6 games in Miami. Now, obviously, my heart is telling me I need this game 3 tonight in Miami.
It is.
My head is telling me, and I'm just being honest here because I'm always honest on this show, my head is telling me that your Miami Heat will win tonight. Just a gut feeling, and I can't get over it. I might still be reeling from what happened at the end of Game 2, because I must admit publicly, the more I slept on Game 2 as we traveled yesterday, what a long day that was, traveling.
Too long.
Yeah. The more I had time to think about Game 2, it started to feel a little Game 6-ish from last year. It started to feel in my psyche like the Spurs had it on a silver platter, up 1 point with under 2 minutes to go with the basketball. And they gave it away. I made the case yesterday the Spurs lost that game more than the Heat won that game. And it's hard to recover from that in 48 hours. So I think tonight is going to feel a lot like Game 2 did here last year. Do you remember last year? The Heat won by 19 in Game 2. Mario Chalmers had a Super Mario game. He led the team with 19 points. What has happened to Mario Chalmers in Games 1 and 2? He has 8 total points and 8 fouls. So he went Dallas Cowboys in the first 2 games. He went 8 and 8. Right? Mario went 8 and 8. So tonight, he'll be the leading scorer. I think he'll have one of those Mario games at home. And again, the momentum is Miami's. They're feeling good about themselves. I think tonight will be their night to beat their chests at home. I think you can make the case at this point because the momentum has swung so badly. Remember what I was saying before Game 6 of the Western Conference Finals? You could say that the 3 best players on the court between Oklahoma City and the Spurs, Durant, Westbrook, and Ibaka. Well, now I can make the case. You're making the case for me. The 3 best players on the court tonight will be King James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh.
Hold on.
Am I right?
Hold on. Hold on. I've heard enough. Don't y'all cheer. Don't allow him to swindle you. Don't allow any of that stuff. Don't fall
I told you I was going to win him over.
Skip Bayless said that the San Antonio Spurs were going to win in 6. So if they were to lose, if they were to lose tonight, the San Antonio Spurs would have to win 3 straight. There is no way in hell Skip Bayless believes that they would win 3 in a row. So he is lying. He's just trying to set it up so he can sit there and hedge his bets. I said that San Antonio could probably win tonight or they could lose either way. No. He picked the Spurs in 6, and that is that, which means he knows in his heart that they have to win tonight in order to win this series in 6 games.
Wait.
You can't beat Miami 3 straight.
Wait, is it over tonight if the Heat win? Will they just declare the series over?
Your prediction
You mean
is
they
over.
won't play?
Your prediction's over.
It is not over.
No.
Wait, you
saying,
said there's no way.
Are you saying San Antonio will win?
Do I get to speak today? Do I get to speak?
No.
I know it's your show, Mayor, but do I get to speak?
Can he speak?
I will allow him to speak.
Okay.
I will allow him
You've
to
been
speak.
granted.
You said there's no way in hell
that
my Spurs win 3 straight. There's a way in heaven that my Spurs win 3 straight. That's what's going to happen. They will win. I'll just give you the scenario.
Go ahead.
Steal Game 4, go home, win Game 5, and guess what would happen then? Mr. King James Stephen A. Smith. We'd be right back here for Game 6.
Deja vu.
Game 6.
Yeah.
Spurs in 6.
The blasphemy.
I like it.
The blasphemy coming out of your mouth right now. I almost should have security arrest you. Are you trying to say?
I need security to protect me.
Where's security?
That the Miami Heat will lose 3 straight in the NBA Finals and get closed out?
That's exactly what he's saying.
I just said it. So tonight, I got the Heat free and easy, almost a victory parade of a game tonight. I got 101-87 home team. I got it.
Well, he's not wrong about that.
Okay.
He is right. that the Miami Heat will win tonight.
Right.
I believe they'll win by double digits.
Right.
I'm predicting a score more like 103-88.
Tim Lagler, ladies and gentlemen, will join us after the break. Tim, make your pick. Whoa! Tim Lagler with a resounding boo from the crowd. Come back to the desk and tell us why you're picking the Spurs. First take on the road. Back in just a few moments, folks.